Hello, this is Jack from teachingeslonline.com. Now, this video is going to talk about SEO, search engine optimization. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've received quite a few emails recently from teachers saying, if I create a website, how do I get this website to be shown in the Google search results? So that if someone types in English online teacher Skype or something like that, then how do I make my website at the top? What do I do to make sure that people can find it when they're searching for this in Google, in Bing? Do people use Bing? In different kinds of search engines. So this is obviously an attractive thing to have, because when people are searching for what you have, then what you are getting is free traffic. Traffic that is a continuous form. You know, it's going to last hopefully for 2-3 more years. So to have your site featured in the Google rankings is obviously something that would be fantastic. However, this is not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to get ranked highly because there are so many websites out there, and Google have various ways in order for them to say, okay, which website is the most valuable? It's things like the time spent on your page, what people do on your page, how many people are sending links to your website, how old your domain name is, how many pages you've created in total, and how much of an authority site Google sees. So you'll notice that the length of time that you have your website for is a big factor. Therefore, if you're just starting out, I don't recommend you make SEO your sole focus. I did this, a few years ago. I made SEO my sole focus. And there were certain things you can do, 7-8 years ago to kind of game the system a little bit. And my website actually got penalized because I did things that Google didn't like. There are things called white hat, gray hat, and black hat, okay? And black hat are where you're trying to game the system. White hat is where you just, don't really do anything in order to increase your rankings. You don't do anything that Google frowns upon. And then the grey hat is that area where you're saying like, oh, is this okay? And I did a lot of like grey hat stuff. It worked for a while, it worked great. My site was featured, but I got the Google penalty. So this happened quite a few years ago. And what it meant was I had to change what I did in order to bring people to my website. I had to focus on things like advertising, social media, classified posts, networking, etc. And if you are wanting to win at this game called SEO, if you're wanting your website to be shown in the Google rankings, then you have to take a long-term view. You have to take a long-term view. And I'm going to share 3 ways that you can ensure that you give yourself the best opportunity, the best chance for your website to be shown up in the Google search results. And not just for like a quick period and then you get penalized, but for the long term. So, number 1 thing is the content that you write. And if you've been researching this topic for a while, you might think, everyone says that. Everyone says content is king, but it's so important and it's becoming more important. And there are many reasons why, but the main one is that when someone lands on your site and they like the content in relative to the search term, then they're going to do things that tell Google that this content matches the search term. That's probably a very long-winded way to say, if somebody searches a key term, lands on your website and likes it, then they're going to spend time on it. And if they're going to spend time on it, then they're going to tell Google, or Google are going to find out that your website is worth looking at. So content is becoming more and more important. But it's not just about what people do when they land on your page. It's also the fact that if you have good content, then people are going to share it. And if people share it, this tells Google that this content is valuable again. Because the main thing is this: Google is trying to give the best experience, okay? So if someone searches for something, they want to give them the best result at the top. And they do this mainly now based upon the backlinks your site gets, how many shares it gets, and also what people do when they land on your page. And all these things are dependent on you giving them good content. So an example might be this. If you want to get ranked for present perfect simple versus continuous, which is, a grammar term, then you can create an article with lots of examples, videos, pictures, quizzes, useful stuff that people are going to really like. Then they're going to share it. And then people will link to this article as well from their website. And then it will come up the rankings slightly. And then someone clicks on it, they spend a lot of time on it, they share it, and it's just this ever ongoing process. So that is the long-term game, and that's why I say it's so important that you focus on the long term. So content is key. Once you have content though, you have to promote this content too. So you've written your great page, present perfect simple versus continuous, ignore the dogs. You've written this article, it's out there, you know it's great, but you have to promote it in order to get this snowball effect to start, in order for people to come across it, to like it, to share it, and to tell Google, yeah, this is great. So you need to promote it. You can do this by asking other teachers to share it, sharing it on your Facebook page, sharing it to your email list, start an email list, link in the resources. Just telling people about it, going on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, telling people to watch it, making a video about it, creating a slide about it. Just promote it as much as you can. Because that way, people are going to find this content and they're going to start that process of sharing, of getting links to it, of telling Google that it's worth checking out. Those are the two main things to focus on: creating great content and sharing, promoting it. Another thing that you could do as well, just to boost your overall authority of your website, is to get on other people's blogs as well. So to write guest posts, to go on podcast interviews, to go on other people's YouTube channels. And that's what I've been doing a lot recently. And my search results this month, in the last 28 days, have gone up by 35%, which is a huge increase, especially because my site has been around for about 3-4 years now. And I think this is down to the fact that I'm promoting this content again. I'm going out and saying, hey, can I write a blog post? Hey, could I come on your YouTube channel for an interview? Can I come on your podcast? And people are linking to my website, and that's telling Google that my website is important. Now, those are the 2 or 3 main things, to write that great content, to promote your stuff, and to get on other people's websites and blogs, okay? But what you'll notice is just by doing those 3 things, you're going to get people interested in what you're doing. So let's just say you want to set everything up to promote your one-to-one lessons, and that's what you want to be ranked in Google for. Well, by creating great content, which could be specific to your lessons or, in English in general, but by writing great content and promoting it, you're getting eyeballs on your stuff. And then the key is this: to get them to take action, to get them to opt into your email list or to sign up for a trial lesson. So if we're playing the long-term SEO game, we're doing things that are going to help us anyway. And that is the kind of strategy that I've been using over the past 4 years. I haven't done anything real specific for SEO. I haven't done, anything to try and game the system. I haven't hired anyone for SEO. Instead, I've been writing content that I think is good, making videos that I think are good, and I've been promoting this on social media. I've been building up my email list to where it's now around 30,000 English learners who receive my email. And this is just this snowball effect. So then people now are seeing this content, other teachers are seeing it and they're sharing it, and my Google search results are going up and up. So as you've seen, SEO will just take care of itself. It will just take care of itself. And a final thing on SEO as well. Just one thing right now. I'm going to leave a few bonus things as well in the description, just little things to help you get a leg up. Things like keywords on the page, thinking about what your URL is, etc. So I'll leave those below. But one last thing, okay? You might not need to even worry about SEO at all. It depends on your goals. It depends on where you are right now. It depends on your situation and what you want to achieve. And what I mean by that is, if you're just looking to teach part-time, and if you just want to have a few clients coming in, then there are other things that you can spend your time doing that are going to help you. And in a nutshell, this might be just setting up a simple page where learners can come and request a trial lesson from you, or setting up a simple page where they can download something, and then using different kinds of methods to send people there, which might be advertising, posting classified websites, networking, using one social media website. So even though SEO is this, amazing thing, and it's probably the sexiest way to bring people in. Your website is there on Google, people are finding it because they're searching those terms. But it's also the most difficult to get right, especially in the short term. So if you want to get students in tomorrow, then do other things instead. If you want to set up the long-term game for SEO, then focus on creating great content, promoting that content, and that will bring students in as well. So I hope you found this useful. There is a free guide to email marketing in the description. There are other resources that I have, including my free guide for tools and resources you can use, my courses down below, and I'll leave some bonus tips for SEO too. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.